Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all doing? So lovely to see you all here on LinkedIn. So I was here yesterday as well. In case you didn't see me, check out my profile and you will see it there because I was telling you what I'm doing here all week. And it's just to help you get your mindset right for next year. I know you're all into thinking into Christmas, but it's literally about having a plan and ready to activate it as soon as the new year hits. You're not going to let another year go by, are you? You are not going to let another year go by. Who said they were going to do something at the beginning of this year and then, oh, hey presto, we're in December. So this is all about your GPS to success. Your GPS to success. I'm giving you 3 ideas to play around with and to understand where you are at the minute, because you need to know where you are and where you want to be. You know what to do and you're not doing it. Why is that? Well, I'm going to get in there and help to tell you and help you to close that gap. How does that sound? So yesterday was all about the your view of the world. Do you think you're a victim? Do you think life happens for you? Do you think life happens as you? Or does it all happen to you? It really does. When you change your perception, you can change absolutely everything. And your perception is just beliefs. And where did your beliefs come from? Your parents, great Auntie Betty, you just absolutely no idea where the beliefs came. And we walk through life blinded and asleep. And it's about waking up and understanding consciously what you're doing every single day. Are you in habitual flow? So I know that whenever we talk about goal setting, so today was all about goals. So the GPS stands for goals, paradigms, and self-image. And they're the 3 things to pay attention to, really, really strongly pay attention to. So what are your goals? Tell me, share them. Are they clear enough? Could you walk into a superstore and say, order me this, and they'd bring it to you? Or are you like, well, financial freedom, but what does that mean? Because that's a different amount for everybody, isn't it? Some people that could be 10,000, some people it could be 10 million. What is it that you need to be specific about? And you see how we've been taught to set goals is, say it all wrong. It's not challenging enough. So we talk about the ABC of goals. Now, when you talk about an A goal, that is something you've already done before. So you've had a new car and you're going to get another new car. There's no inspiration in that. It's a new car for a week. And then it's a car that takes you to the office. Same difference. Takes you to the shops. Same difference. So then in corporate, where I was, we do stretch targets. Oh, that's a B-type goal. Let's stretch ourselves. I don't know about you. I'm sick of stretching myself. Don't want to stretch. I want to be me. What's going on in here? What dreams have you put on the shelf? What dreams have you put on the shelf because you've said, Sheena, you've got to get real, you've got to do this and you've got to do that and we've got to do... Did you really come here just to pay your bills and go on holiday once a year? Did you? Did you really come here to struggle so much? Wouldn't it be nice if you could just do what you wanted when you wanted and it's okay? You see, the goals that we reach are C-type goals. What's a C-type goal? That is a goal so far above where you are now that you cannot even think about how to get there. I don't want you to even have a plan to get there. I want you to think, well, that's just a stupid thing, Sheena, but there's a whole science behind that. And it's called to do with the law of vibration. You see, you wouldn't want it if it wasn't already yours. Magic. You wouldn't want it if it wasn't already yours. You see, I see you. I know who you are. And I think you're amazing. And what you can see, allow yourself to dream. Allow it, allow it, allow it. Allow yourself to dream. Go as high as you want to, as high as you can, and then some. And I want you to keep going until you feel a sense of freedom. Because you see, that's it right there. That sense of freedom right there. That's what you're looking for. It's the spiritual, it's the vibrational equivalent, the energetic equivalent of what you're looking for is what is key here. Not the actual thing. So say it's a new house, the house of your dreams. Well, what does it feel like to have that house? What would it feel like? Just imagine if. Just imagine if you can do the holidays that you want. Just imagine if you could start that business and it was successful. Just imagine if you are #1 bestseller in your book. Just imagine if you started that charity and you had all your family sorted. They didn't want for anything and you could go off and do whatever it is that you wanted. What would that be? Isn't that what we're here for? To have fun, for the pure joy of it. But we get all caught up in our emotions, don't we? And we all get caught up on the negative side. There's another law at play here, and it's the law of polarity. Where right exists, left must exist. Where there's an up, there's a down. Where there's an in, there's an out. Where there's a front, there's a back. Like this phone, I can't just pick up the front of the phone. I have to pick up the back, all of it. But in life, we seem to think, well, I only want the good stuff. The bad stuff implies the good stuff. That's what's amazing here, is the bad stuff implies the good stuff. Lack implies there's abundance, because left implies there has to be a right. And same implies there's a difference. Because if there wasn't a difference, you wouldn't know it was the same. Just playing with your mind here. It's the same difference. And so if you're looking and saying, but Sheena, I don't have this and I don't have that, how the heck am I supposed to get that? I don't care. That's not of your concern. When we bring science and theology together, it really is true when it says it will be done unto you. But you're so busy working in the law of cause and effect, you're busy working on effects. Do. Isn't it funny that the more you do, the more there is to do? And when you do nothing, it leaves nothing left undone. Now, it's about balance there, isn't there? Because you do want to take some action, because you want to take action. Not because you have to take action, but because it's the pure joy of you taking action. What would that be? You see, there's a lot of stuff that you do because you think you have to do it. And when you realize actually that you want to do it. So I also mentioned another law, the law of vibration. And so when you think about, where you are now, say you're here, but your goal's up here. Is that how you feel it? That you're looking up at your goal and look at it, it's amazing. Do you know what's in there? That's the resistance you feel on a day-to-day basis. That's why you feel so tired. That's why you feel exhausted when you're setting goals and you're thinking that you have to work towards them and you have to do. Now, there's no doubt about it. Vibrationally, it's about rising vibrationally. But it's not about doing. It's about being in the doing. So here's the thing. If I asked you to hoover the floor and you pick up the hoover and you're hoovering, and you're saying, Sheena, this, it's not working. And I'm doing all the right actions. And then you tell me, I'm exhausted. And then I hold up the plug and I go, you're not plugged in. So yesterday, if you missed that, you'll understand what I mean by this. You're not plugged in. You're just trying to keep busy. Yeah? Busyness isn't effectiveness. Busyness, would you believe it, is a paradigm. And that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. I hear so many people say, how's things? And they go, oh, I'm so busy. Well, you know what you tell me whenever you tell me that you're busy? Is that you can't manage yourself. In the book called Rest, they studied people, and 4 hours a day is what you're effective in. In fact, 20 hours a week is your maximum potential. After that, you're going downhill. So wouldn't you like to work just 4 hours in a day and then do absolutely nothing and go and have fun and your business will take care of itself? Perhaps that's 2 hours a day if you threw your whole energy and passion into those 2 hours. And then you could have fun the rest of the day whenever you released and let the universe do its job. But oh no, you've got to be in there, working your way to your C-type goal, harder and harder. And all you're saying is that this difference, and that's your resistance, and that's your exhaustion. Aren't you sick and tired of being tired? And wondering when it'll ever end, wondering when you'll ever get there? Because you're here right now. So you see, whenever we work with you, it's literally about understanding that C-type goal and who is that person. So that will be the next day. We talk about that with your self-image. But it's about how to raise that vibration naturally and not by working your way to raise it. There is another way. There is another way. So today we've talked about 3 different types of goals. You want your C-type goal. You want that to draw you up because that is your freedom. When you can get there in your head and your heart and feel free. I mean, for goodness sake, go and be a fairy unicorn princess or a warrior princess or a Wonder Woman or a Batman or whatever it is, just to be enlightened and happier and lighter. For goodness sake, stop taking yourself so seriously. And if that annoyed you when I said that, you're taking yourself so seriously. I know things are going on in your life. Do you think I got to 51 not having anything happen? Do you think so? There's nobody gets away in this world for free. Just come here and swans through life. There's something that you're all learning on the way. And it's not that you came here to learn something and learn a lesson and God's punishing you and you got to learn this lesson and that lesson. But it is a clearing away of the rubbish and the stories that you've told yourself that keeps you where you are. Isn't it amazing to know that you're perfect? And you just have to be yourself. Like, look at how unique you are. Just look at that. I mean, sit in a restaurant or a shopping centre. Not a lot of people around, I know at the moment, and just watch people walk past. Nobody looks the same. Aren't you incredible? That you were given this amazing body. You see, that's where we want to be when we're setting our goals, in that inspiration place, not working towards it. Some people say to me, I say, let's take your annual salary and make it your monthly. How would that change your life? Oh, well, I couldn't do that. I would never. I'm not asking you to work towards it. I'm asking you to dream it. I'm asking you to imagine it. Just imagine. Your imagination is the most miraculous, marvelous, inconceivably powerful force the world has ever known. And how do you use it? How it'll all go wrong? Or why don't you've got a 50-50 chance here, how it'll all go right? Which one do you want to choose? Well, choose it. And then work from that action. Work from that feeling. So find your C-type goal. And if you want clarity on that, have a call with me. Reach out and let's have a call. I have success advisors. If I can't take the call, I have success advisors who can advise you to get to your C-type goal and help give you clarity. Because if you don't have clarity, it's like getting in the car and then driving west. Where are you going? I'm going west. Well, you can keep going west and west and west, and you'll just end up right back where you are. Does anybody ever feel like that? Because I was like that. You worked so hard, so hard, so hard, and realized that it was actually working for nothing. I don't want you to do that. I want you to start 2021 on a different level. So let's start this week, just even dreaming and spending your time over Christmas, just dreaming and dreaming. And then make an absolute amazing start in January and really kick this off. But get some things down on paper now. There is only now. And make a decision. You see, that's what it all backs up to, is a decision. Would you believe it? Now, in this program, Thinking into Results, that I do with Bob Proctor, lesson 1 is decision and goal setting. And people think, oh, it's such a simple one. Yeah, I've got this one sorted. Not at all. Not at all. I keep going back to this lesson. I am on, and even last night, there was something I was reading and I went, oh my God, it all goes back to the decision. And how you make a decision. Now, I thought I could make decisions, but on such a subtle level, I was not making decisions. And on a day-to-day, minute by minute, second by second, I was not making decisions. It is so much more involved than that. And then whenever you want your goal, you've got to make a decision to go to it. But what do? So we make our decision, yes, I'm going up here. But then we come down here to think, well, how can I do that? Do you get it? You keep coming from your results rather than from your goal. Yeah? So what was it Einstein said? That you cannot change your current problems with the same thinking that got you there. So you've got to get out of it. And we're backed up with that in theology, where it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God. What does that mean? It means get out of your problem. Get out of the heaviness of it. Get out of the real world. The real world is just evidence of your past thinking. It's past tense. You're looking at it. It's past tense. They did an MRI scan, and this guy in an MRI scanner was able to press buttons right or left. It was up to him when he did them. And he would just be told, press them now, and he would press them. Now, the guy who was looking at the results knew what this guy was going to do 6 seconds before he did it. A decision had already been made by the subconscious before he did it. So what does that tell you? You're 6 seconds behind anything that's flipping going on, which means everything you're looking at is past tense. It's already been manifested. This is the law of cause and effect. So you're messing around in effects. Don't you see why that's exhausting? It's like going back into your imagination and deciding what you want to happen. And what I just said there was so key. Did you miss it? It's about going back into your imagination and deciding how you want it to be. And then you be it. You act as if. The slight edge. Doesn't have to be a dramatic change, but just a little bit every day where you just go, oh, that's the old person. I don't want to do that anymore. That's got me these results. But you see, what I found is that I hated myself. So I realized, because you couldn't look in the mirror and be the way I spoke to myself was just, yeah. So I learned to love myself. But then I realized that held me in situ, because I thought, oh my goodness, Sheena, you're amazing. I didn't even know that. But then I realized that I had to let go of that Sheena to be a new Sheena, a Sheena that was going to be able to get the results that I wanted to have in life. I wanted to change pattern. I want to change the pattern of my family. When I look back at them and my mum, I want to change that pattern. I don't want my kids or my grandkids to be working 40-hour weeks for 40 years for 40% of what they couldn't survive on in the first place. Are you doing that? Are you still doing that? Because believe me, well, you're going to get to your pension and realize that this is not a good pension. Really? Start to make yourself. Take control of yourself. Take responsibility of your retirement. Don't wait till you get there. You see, the trouble is, we think in our 20s, we think we're going to be okay in our 30s. Then we get to our 30s and we think, it's okay, it'll be all sorted in my 40s. And then we get to our 40s and we think, it's okay, it'll be all sorted in my 50s. Stop kidding yourself. It's not going to be unless you do something now. Now is the accepted time. You've got to accept what you want now and be it now. Don't be thinking, if I just do this other course, if I just do this other strategy, if I just do this, you haven't changed a fundamental thing inside you. It's like looking in the mirror and expecting everything out here to change, but you didn't. Oh no, you know all the stuff. Yeah, you've done the programs, I know. You've done all the studying, you know it all. But you're missing something, aren't you? That little link. That little link that pulls it into reality. Do you honestly have the results in life that you want? Or are you settling? Have you just decided that this is enough? And if you have, that's fine. But you do know that you can have more. And for those of you who are willing to step out of your comfort zone, because you've got to do the illogical. It's illogical to go and invest in a program when you've got no money, you're 70 grand in debt, and then to invest 30,000 in a program. It's illogical. Don't be silly, Sheena. Why would you do that? You got to do the illogical if you want to shift out of your box. You see, this is what I've got here. I was talking about multiple streams of income last week. And what you want, so MSI is a multiple source of income or multiple stream of income. What you want is generally outside of your box. So if you're looking to stay in your box and you're looking for comfort, then you have to accept the results that are in your box. You'll get some results. That's absolutely fine. But, oops, daisy. Phone just went then. But if you want something and you want the results, you've got to do what it takes. You've got to do what it takes to get those results here that is morally right and that is for the good of everybody, not just anything. Yeah? So your homework tonight and ready, because this will really help you for the rest of the week. And if you want to reach out and have a call with me or one of my success advisors, that's fine. And we can set you up and just get you some clarity for the rest of this week, because these lives are going on every single day this week at this time. Invite your friends. Bring people in. Get them to do something different. So what is your C-type goal? What dreams have you put on the shelf that you'd really like to go down? I mean, when you're 90, do you want to be looking back in your life and go, is this it? Is this me now? Or thank goodness I made that decision to do something different. And a committed decision is action following a decision. And only a committed decision works. Anything else is just mere hope and wish. And you think, well, I'll decide as long as this and this and this happens. No. You decide and nothing's getting in your way. I realized what it took when I lost everything to pull myself out of the pit that I'd put myself in. My ego was fighting. And my self-image just, oh, wow. I didn't realize that I had a 2% up here, which is 2% consciousness and 98% subconscious. And it's the 98% that are giving you your results. Do you know what's in your 98 subconscious? Your 98%? Do you know? I didn't, because my 2% was so flipping strong. I wasn't as tough as I thought I was. I wasn't as tough as I thought I was. I was stronger and more powerful than I could ever imagine, but not tough. This was tough. But I'd forgotten about the 98% that's actually getting the results. So I'd love you to know more. So what's stopping you from getting those results? We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So tomorrow, it's all about the paradigms. And you'll find out what paradigms are tomorrow. So have an awesome day. And there is a workbook. I will put it up as a post and work through that workbook this week. It's my gift to you for 2020. Enjoy it. Work on it. And I'll see you tomorrow. See you now. Bye-bye.